guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought it'd be really fun to do like a get ready with me, but this is like a different get ready with me because I don't wear makeup that often. So this is kind of like a skincare get ready with me. I have a work meeting to go to later, basically gearing up for the summertime meeting. So because I work at Universal Studios, so it's basically preparing us for the 40,000 people that are going to come in the park every day in the summer. Should be fun. So I thought I would do like a skincare get ready with me type situation. So yeah, that is going to be it. This is not what I'm wearing to the work meeting. I'm going to wear a sweater over this, but I am wearing this under the sweater because it's hot outside. It's like 79 degrees outside. For fucking once. So I already washed my face. So I washed my face with the Dermalogica Dermal Clay Cleanser. This is what I talked about in Tuesday's video. How this is really great. This is one of my favorites. I use this all the time. And then I used this little micro scrubber because my Clarisonic died on me. And she didn't specify to me that she was gonna die. So I had to use this. But no matter, because it actually really scrubs your skin and it gets all the dead skin off. So now I'm actually not gonna tone my skin right now, because if you remember in Tuesday's video how I talked about the Biore charcoal nose strips and how they were literally bomb as hell, fire as F, like they sister scrunch out all of the dirt in my pores. So I thought I would do this, show you guys how I use it, and then leave it on. And I also thought while this is on, I kind of would do, like, I kind of would talk about the whole James and Tati situation, because I just think the way everyone went about it was really wrong and really rude. Because first of all, they immediately said James was canceled. No, bitch. James is not going to go anywhere. He's going to be like, fuck off. I'm going to come back for a real one. And y'all going to see. So, I'm going to use these Biore nose strips. So, it comes in this package. And then on here, it says where to open it. So, the nose strip comes like this. And it's on like a cute, I don't know if you could see that. It's on like a clear, like, I don't know what this is called, a clear thingy. So the directions in this say that you have to have your nose wet in order to put this on. You can't put this on dry skin. Your nose has to be wet for it to stick. So that's what I'm going to do. And I like to use warm water because when you use warm water, it'll open up your pores. But if you use cold water, it closes your pores, and that kind of defeats the purpose. So use warm water, or if you can stand hot water, that actually is really great too. But do warm water because it's going to open up your pores on your nose. I was almost going to say open up your nose. So I'm going to get warm water right now. Okay. Then when your nose is wet, you kind of want to be fast about this because the water in your nose will dry. So you want to dry your hand off that you used to get your nose wet so that this Biore strip doesn't stick to your hands. So then you're going to take this Biore strip, I'm looking in the mirror actually, and you're going to place it on your nose. And I have to be very slow at this because I don't want it to crease. And I also don't want it to curl up and stick to the other part of the nose strip. So then and then what I like to do is, because right here it doesn't adhere all that great, I'm going to wipe off this part of my nose. So then what I like to do is I like to go like this and pinch it together. And then the area towards my eyes, those don't like to stick together. Yeah. So I like to do this for like a minute or two. Because after a minute, my nose dries. But I do this because on the sides of my nose, they don't adhere at all. And the sides of my nose are what are the most oiliest because I wear glasses. And yeah. Okay. And then I like to take my nails and kind of scrape it into the skin. I'm going to get my nose wet. I'm going to get my hand wet because this corner piece right here didn't stick. And so I'm just wetting the strip itself so that it can stick. Wetting the strip in the front. Alright, okay, great. So we're going to leave this on for 10 minutes. And in that 10 minutes, I'm going to share my thoughts about this whole James and Tati situation because I just think it's very rude and very uncalled for that, number one, all you sisters unsubscribed from James because you guys felt like James was in the wrong. And then you immediately went to Tati and you subscribed to her when you probably haven't even watched Tati ever. And thirdly, I also thought it was kind of rude that you guys basically said James was canceled. That was kind of fucking rude in a sense. Because y'all know a sister and she finna bounce back for a real one. Like, not lying. So basically, how this whole Tati and James situation started out, which this also pisses me off too because it kind of makes me feel like you guys don't care about James's safety when he's around large crowds. So James and his friends went to the second weekend of Coachella. And a lot of the sisters, fans, were there and they noticed him and they immediately went up to him and were like, I want to take pictures. They were swarming him. He didn't get VIP and he also didn't get the curator pass. The VIP and the curator pass, it basically gets you your own area away from the crowd. And it's basically secured off so that no one can come and take pictures with you. No one can come and say hi. So James wasn't able to get those kind of passes the second weekend because the last minute they just decided we're going to go to the second week of Coachella. So they really couldn't get tickets. They got the regular, they got VIP. No, I don't think they got VIP. I think they got general, but they got the one up from general. So they were still a part of the crowd, but they weren't in the VIP section. So he got swarmed by a lot of fans. And James he felt very unsafe and he felt very attacked. Not in a bad way, but he just felt very unsafe. And he doesn't do well when he's bunched up around a big crowd of people. He doesn't and then he doesn't. And so when James goes to other events, Sugar Bear Hair gives him sister security. And they go with him and they make sure that he's safe and secure and that he doesn't get hurt, he doesn't get into a fight or whatever. So like James does, he basically got in contact with Sugar Bear Hair and said, hey, I'm at Coachella Day 2. I'm being swarmed by a lot of fans. Would you be able to get me sister security so that I can be so that they can take me to a secure location and I will feel more better and feel more safe? So Sugar Bear Hair was like, yeah. They were like, yeah, we'll get you security. Do you mind basically posting us on your story saying how we provided you security and how much you love Sugar Bear Hair? And James was like, yeah. And so James did that. And then Tati immediately came to the offense. She was immediately offensive. She was immediately hurt by that post James posted. And that was after the fact that James texted her and said, hey, Sugar Bear Hair provided me security. They also told me that I had to post on my story that they provided me security. I hope, this is nothing against your company. No hard feelings, please. And Tati never responded, because the story about that is Tati has her own vitamin line called Halo Beauty. I've never tried it. I've never heard of it, actually. I watch a few of Tati's videos, but I'm not like a full sister stan of Tati. I'm more of a sister stan of Jeffrey and James. At this point, they're the ones that I watch the most. So, but I do here and there watch occasionally Tati's videos, but I'm not like a sister stan. So Tati has a vitamin line called Halo Beauty. And she has vitamins for hair, skin, collagen, anti-aging, all that stuff. So Tati immediately went on the offense and was immediately offended, because basically she felt like James was being disrespectful to her, being disrespectful to her husband, being disrespectful to her brand, that she invited James to go to the launch party to, and she felt immediately attacked, and she felt like she was disrespected across all platforms, and she immediately went on the offense and made a response video basically dragging James and basically spilling the tea in a sense, but she didn't have receipts, so it basically made no sense that she made these receipts, that she made this video and didn't have receipts. So then what was also really funny about that is Tati took down the video. She left it up for, I want to say, 2 weeks, and then took it down because a lot of people were disrespecting her and basically saying, how dare you? Basically, how dare you make this video if you're not gonna provide receipts? If you're not gonna provide receipts and you're just gonna sit there and talk and kind of do a Laura Lee type 2 video, the hell. So she basically made that video dragging James, basically saying that James turns straight people into gay people. He basically talks about how he wants to date a straight man. He wants to turn them gay. He was basically talking dirty about a waitress at Tati's Halo Beauty launch party. And that James is very disrespectful. He doesn't act his age. He's an adolescent teenager, this, that, and the other. And for me, I watched the whole entire video, the whole 45-minute video. And I was very offended because, first of all, James is kind of exploring his sexuality. And he's kind of he hasn't had a relationship yet, and he's still a virgin. So for me, it's why are you going to go over there and attack him about his sexuality and about how he talks about straight men when let James experiment with his sexuality? Trust me, at that age, I wasn't experiencing with my sexuality. I wasn't. I was curious in boys and I was curious in women too, but I never once acted on that. I was really curious in both genders, male and female, because at that age I was very young and I just didn't know the difference of, hooking up with a man and hooking up with a woman. I just didn't know, because there are women out here that are lesbian and they have girlfriends, they have wives and their mothers, and they do become moms. And for me, I've always wondered, what is that like? How does that even work? And men, I've always wondered, what is that like? How does that work? And I do know a few friends that are gay and a lesbian. I do know a few friends that are transgender. I do know a few friends that are bi, that they just don't know who they want to like. They like both genders. So for me, for Tati to sit over there and basically call James a hypocrite and say, how dare you try and think you're going to turn these straight men into gay men, and that you're basically disrespecting the waiter that was at my launch party, and you basically were talking very dirty about him and about how you were going to take him back to your hotel room and you were going to hook up with him. And that you were going to, leave him there and you weren't going to allow him to leave, that was very rude. Because if you're not going to provide receipts and if you're not going to sister specify true facts, then I'm not your fan anymore. I'm not your fan. You should be canceled your own damn self, Tati, actually, because you're over here basically dragging James in the dirt and you have no proof. You have no receipts. All you had was a chair to sit in, lighting that will basically make your face look a lot better than it probably actually does. And 3, you had a camera to basically film your Laura Lee Part 2 video. And honestly, I'm not a fan. And then James made a response video and actually sister specified correct true facts and actually had receipts. And I was here for it. I was living for it. And to this day, that video is still up. But where's Tati's fucking Laura Lee part 2 video? Not there. And then she turns around like a week later or 2 weeks later and basically makes a video of why she made the first video in general. But it's like, okay, why are you going to make a part 2 of your Laura Lee part 2 video, basically specifying why you made that video when that video is not even on your channel anymore? That's just annoying. I sister support James 100%. And then Jeffree had the audacity to basically drag James in the water too, basically talking about how James wanted to hook up with Nathan. James wanted to hook up with Zachary, which is Nate's brother, and Nate is Jeffree's boyfriend. And basically Jeffree was like, yeah, James does it at my house. He basically talked about how he wanted to hook up with Zachary, how he wanted to turn him gay, this, that, and the other. So, but then after the fact, Jeffree apologized to James, basically because he didn't mean for it to come off that way, and also he didn't mean for the backlash to come against Jeffree and James. And then Jeffree also dragged James's brother Ian under the water and basically said, why aren't you living with your brother? Where are you now? Oh, you're in New York. Yeah, that's what I thought. And Ian was very offended by that. And Ian basically tweeted, like, how fucking dare you? And James basically responded to Jeffree, like, don't talk to my family like that. If you're going to come for my family, we're going to have problems. And then Jeffree didn't realize how hurtful that was. So then Jeffree apologized to both James and Ian. And so, yeah. So, we're going to pause this whole talk. I need to find a mirror really quick. Oh, that one. I'm going to take this nose strip off, actually. So, fucking hair on this mirror. So, I'm just basically going to lift this corner part right here. That's how you take off your nose strip. And I like to see, ooh, okay. I don't know if you can see. This is going to be really hard. I don't know if you can see all of the... So first take a look at the dirt on this nose strip. You can't see all that well. And then I'm trying to bring it closer. So do you see all of this gunk right here? That was from my nose. All of this white stuff here. This white stuff here was all from my nose. I'm telling you, every time I use a nose strip, there is always gunk on it. There's always something. It pulls out the shite that's in your nose. And as always, my pores look fucking snatched. So now I'm going to tone my skin with my Origin Zero Oil Toner. And yes, I did go to Ulta today. And I restocked my Zero Oil Toner for a real one. So I'm just going to dot this on here. And I'm going to show you I basically tone my skin. So I go like this all over my face. So basically, and what this does is it also gets the excess charcoal that's on your nose. Fuck, my nose hurts. Oh, why? Ow! It's because I got a big ass, you see that? That's a big ass pimple trying to freaking up here. Oh, I got 3 actually. Love that. And my nose is red because I had the Biore nose strip, but I'm using the exfoliating side. There's like little like micro beads on the back of this, so I like to use this to scrub my skin. So basically, James made a video in response to Tati and basically had receipts. Sister specified the truth, basically dragged Tati under the water, kind of dragged Jeffrey under the water, but then I guess they apologized and made up and like apologized. So basically, the moral of the story is I don't understand why, when you have a sister scandal like that, I don't understand why, number one, it gets to you so bad that you shut off from the world. You basically shut off from social media, and which I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying that shutting yourself off from social media, taking a social media break isn't a bad thing. I'm just saying I don't understand why you're letting the sister scandal get to you. And because for me, like if I have sister scandals, I bounce right the fuck back. I'm like, fuck y'all. You can all go fuck off. Because guess what? You being a hater is going to add more followers to me. And it's going to create more positivity on my end. And number 2, fuck y'all. If you're going to hate, I don't care. You know, like my nephew all the time, like talks crap to me. And I respond with, love that for me. Dead ass. Like I don't respond to his negativity. I don't like respond to him talking crap to me. The only thing I say is love that for me. Because it's like I've been picked on my whole entire life that whenever someone bullies me, whenever someone trash talks me, or whenever someone talks negative about me, I'm kind of just like, okay, and? Is that all you can say? Like, is that all you have to say? Like, because that's not the first time I've heard that. So, like, thanks for telling me that for the 13,000th time. So, for me, it's like, I don't understand why, like, James just doesn't brush off his sister scandal. And I don't understand why he can't just let it go and just be like, look, oh well, I sister support Sugar Bear Hair, and yes, I sister support Halo Beauty. And I don't understand why Tati can't understand the fact that James only did that because he felt unsafe at Coachella. And I don't understand why her first priority isn't like, oh, I'm so happy that Sugar Bear Hair came through the clutch and got you security. Like, I'm so glad that you were safe at Coachella. No, she admitted it was like, fuck you. Like, you're basically disrespecting me as a brand owner. But yet she didn't say, she wasn't like consoling James and like, oh, I'm so glad Sugar Bear Hair got you security. Because, Tati, can you provide James with security at Coachella? No. So I'm not understanding why she's not understanding the fact that James felt unsafe. He got in contact with Sugar Bear Hair because he knows that they have top security. And I don't understand why Tati couldn't have been understanding. I don't know why she wasn't understanding. And I don't know why she took such offense to it. And then number 2, my other thing is I don't understand why James is just taking this to heart a lot, to the point where he's not filming YouTube videos right now. He's kind of like now getting more to posting on Instagram and Snapchat. And he canceled his sister's tour. He made this sister's tour, and he was basically going to go around the country and basically do like a show where he would do a makeup tutorial on a fan, he would do singing, and then he would do like questions from the fans, and he would sell merch there. He would sell exclusive merch only sold at the tour. So I got tickets for my niece and I to go, and it was going to be on July 25th. But lo and behold, 3 days ago, I got an email that he was canceling his tour indefinitely. I was sad. I was very hurt because I was very excited to see him in person. And it made me mad because he let this whole thing get to him so bad that he had to cancel all his meet and greets and he had to cancel his whole entire tour. And that really kind of hurt me in a sense as a fan. So yeah, and my niece was like sad as well because we weren't able to go. So I actually got a new product at Ulta. It's called the Bliss Drench and Quench. It's a cream to water moisturizer. I've been wanting to try this out for a really long time. So yeah, I had a lot of points at Ulta, so I was able to get this with my points. So we're gonna try this out right now, actually, because I don't know like what this is. Ooh, it's like a blue. All right. So basically, that's just my take on it. And then now, because Jeffree basically threw James under the bus and dragged him in the dirt, James basically shut down his website and he's basically having his items sold at a different warehouse because his sister's apparel was being sold at Jeffree's warehouse because Killer Merch is actually at Jeffree's warehouse. So James didn't want to associate himself with Killer Merch anymore because of what James said about because what Jeffree said about James and Ian, and James didn't like that. So James is like shutting down his website for right now. He's revamping it, redoing it, and it's going to be sold at a different warehouse. And so my whole take on this is like, James, love you the most, sweetie. Tati, I've never been like a full hardcore fan, but as of right now, I'm kind of not gonna be a fan anymore because of what you did and because you exposed James when you should have been like, I'm so glad that they were able to get you security. I'm so glad that these fans did not hurt you at Coachella and these fans didn't shoot you or didn't fucking stab you. You got security to protect yourself from all that. I'm glad Sugar Bear has saved you from getting into a fucking fight at Coachella. But no, Tati had to go on the offense and was like immediately like, fuck off. You're gonna disrespect my brand. Like, she just wasn't supportive and she didn't have compassion and she didn't fucking care. Alright. So my thoughts on this Drench to Quench actually smells great. It's a cream to water formula, so I'm actually gonna figure this out. Because it feels like a gel consistency. So I'm gonna see how this works with my oily skin. But yeah, guys, all in all, James, I love you the most, sweetie. Jeffree, I love you the most, sweetie, still. I will never unsubscribe from both of you. I will never unsupport you. You guys will always be, like, doesn't matter what sister scandal you have, I'm still gonna support you. Doesn't matter what fucking sister scandal you have, I'm still here. So, Tati, all I gotta say is you're canceled at this point. You need to be. And your brand needs to be sister shut down for Rogue One. You don't have compassion for James. So that is going to be it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys like this video. I will link the products down below that I used for my Get Ready With Me. But I hope you guys, I hope this gave you insight on my thoughts about this whole Jeffree. I keep saying Jeffree. About this whole James and Tati situation. Honestly, it's bullshit at this point. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you liked this video. As always, chicks with your cats. Cats are the greatest thing on this planet. I wish I could have cats, but, I live somewhere where cats aren't allowed. But if you have anything else other than a cat, share this with them. They will love my videos just as much as cats do. If you have a Vine, shout me out on your Vine. If you have a podcast and want me to be a guest on your podcast, any topic, I am there. And that is going to be it for this video. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye, guys.